Hi, welcome to this second tutorial. Today, I want to show you how we can create our Selenium automation code from scratch. Uh, from before we doing that, I want to show you how you can do that with. I want to go through with the Selenium IDE. The last tutorial, I'll show you how to you can get Selenium IDE and install in your browser. And this is just a plugin, and it should show up on your right hand corner, or if not, then you just going to need to go to your Firefox and tools and get that Selenium IDE from here. And I want to make a little project for that. We're going to use this site. We're going to test this site called carmax.com. Let's say, let's assume you have a project and you need to test and you need to make this automated. And for, let's say, you need to test this sign in option. When the user comes and clicks sign in and they put invalid email and invalid password, and let's just something, and click sign in, and you have to get this um, your email address and password is not matched this message. So we're gonna test this. It's when the user put invalid like email and password, are we getting this email uh, um, not match message? So if you can see, as soon as I type and I'm executing something, it's IDE start recording. So let me stop and let me delete whole thing, and we're gonna start from scratch. On this one, we're gonna record the steps. Okay. Let me click record button again. So you need to go to carmax.com, and the first step is gonna go to, you're gonna click sign in, and we're gonna put, let's see, test at gmail.com, and put like test on password, right? And next thing, we need to click sign in. There you go. And we want to verify this message it's gonna display. So right click on top of that message, and if you go scroll down all the way and show all available commands, you're gonna choose assert text, as text is email address and password. Just click that one, and we did the assert the text. I'm gonna stop recording, and let's play back this one on Selenium IDE. If you can take a look at the what it did is it record our steps, and this is it's very basic. It's, you can run this whole thing fast and slow. If you can see right here, there's another uh, option. This is test case, and you can right click and just, you can create new test case, or you can save this test case. Let's say, let's put this one TC1 and click save. It's saved, and you can keep creating as many test cases. You just need to go to file, new test case, or control N, and it's gonna open up new test case. You're gonna record on your browser and keep saving. When you have like 5 or 6 test cases, you can run everything in one shot right here, play entire test suite. So when you have like 10 different test cases, you can save everything to the test suite. So right here, you select and click save test suite, and or you can run individually. And let's, for now, we have only one test case. We're gonna run this one. You can run it fast or slow. I'm gonna make it slow so that way we can see what's happening in the background. So I'm gonna go to go to Google, and I'm gonna run here. Click play test case. So if you notice right here, it's going step by step. It went to the login, and it did put that email and click submit, and then lastly it want to verify that it's showing up. You can see that when everything is green all the way, and this is a darker green, that means this test is passed. You can see right here one run, and its pass is green. Let's make this test fail. Instead of right here, you email, let me delete something like your, say, just put you, and I'm gonna just click save, and I'm gonna control S is gonna save, and I'm gonna run the same test again, and I'm expecting it's gonna fail. Okay, we're gonna click, and you can see what's happening. It's gonna go back to carmax.com, sign in. It's gonna put the same email and address and click sign, and you can see that the red, that means it failed. And that's what we can test. I make sure it's, sometime when you write a code, you want to debug, make sure it's working. You have to make your test fail sometimes, so that way you want to make sure that this is good. So I'm just gonna change that one to your email address and password, right? And from here, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna open up my Eclipse, and from previous tutorial I'll show you how to get this Eclipse. We did install Eclipse, and we did the quick test on that one. It was working, and we did create this my workspace. Now this is our project, and this project will be CarMax. Let's create another workspace called CarMax. Click OK, and we're creating a brand new project. And why I did use this, I want to show you and how to read this whole file on the different formats. So we're gonna export this one to a Java JUnit for WebDriver, and when we do this, we're gonna look at the code, and we're gonna create out the same test from the scratch without anything. So right now, I wanna open up. I'm gonna close this welcome, and I'm gonna create new Java project, and I'm gonna call this one CarMax. Let's say test. Okay, and you go next, and if you remember, we need to add that JUnit and Selenium jar files. Go to libraries, add jar file. I'm sorry, you need to go to add external jar files, and that was in my downloads. And if you see right here JUnit and Selenium, I'm just gonna select both of them. Kind of it's my computer kind of let me cancel this one for now. Let me do it again. Just gonna select both and click open, and I click finish. Okay, let me show you how you can get that one. And from the last tutorial, I'll show you can go format, click this Java JUnit. Sometime you're not gonna see this format, so to see this the formatting options, you need to go to option and make sure you have this enable experiment features on. If you don't see it, let's see if I click it out, uncheck that one. Usually it's unchecked, and you come here and you're not gonna see it. So you need to go to option. If that's the case, you need to enable experimental features. Click OK, and then you have another way to just save or export this one test case on Java or WebDriver. And this is what what I do usually. I just come here and just copy this here, and I'm gonna come back to Eclipse, and I'm gonna create um, in the source new, create new class, and let's name this one um, uh, CarMax, or like CM test case 1. Okay, and click finish. And when you create new class, this is just a plain new. What I want to show you is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna create another class, and I'm just gonna call this one uh, IDE, or from IDE. So code, let me, from IDE. So that way we can take a look at this code right here. What I'm gonna do, I did copy whole thing. I'm just gonna bring it here in my Eclipse. Okay, and for now, let me make it a little more room here. The reason I want to show you, you need to understand what's going on in this code. When we get to used to, then it's easy for us, and we're gonna create everything, that same test we're gonna create from scratch here. So if you see this, the complaints is a problem, so that means this, we need to delete this package. And there was another complaint on the class because we named this class as code from IDE. So it should go away, and there should be no more problems here. So what's happening is, on this class, whatever jar files we're gonna need, we have to get imported. So this import is, you can see that it's importing that Selenium jar file, and from this all the codes, it's whatever we're gonna need, we're gonna use, it's gonna import. Then we have our the main class here, and after that you will see um, underneath this add before, add test, add after. This is the JUnit. The JUnit, it's gonna, the what's before is whatever things you're gonna need before the test. Let's say you can set up your driver and with the base URL, and this is whatever it's gonna happen to prepare before the test. We're gonna put it under here before, then we're gonna write out test code here, and after, whatever after the test, let's we're gonna quit the browser, so we're gonna put that code here. You can make as many tests inside here. So in this class, so I can create another test and just name it different. I'm just gonna copy this, gonna paste here, and all I need to do is just put this one as 2, so you can create as many tests in this class. So okay, and let's get started on this Carmack TC1 test case 1. So if you notice, the first couple things we need here is we have our class, and this is our class, and we need to bring this before test and after. So what we're gonna need here is add before, and we're gonna, if you see this red, that's why we didn't bring it, we didn't import it. I didn't do that for purpose, because as soon as you type, you will see this syntax error. So that way you can bring it in the if you see right here, you can bring that one. You see right here the JUnit code right here. Let me come. Let's see before. Let me type and I'll show you as we go. Add before, and we're gonna public void, and let's call like a start, open and close bracket. And if you come to hover over, it's gonna give you the option import before from JUnit. As soon as you click, it's gonna import, or you just need to come and you need to type. I don't want to just type, so you can do either way. You just come here and hover over and just click import before. So that's what we're gonna need. What do we need things before test? We need to set up our driver. On class, we need to get that web driver, and driver as a driver. And if you come here again, and you will have this import web driver from Selenium. This is the Selenium web driver we're gonna need, and you're gonna come here. We need to assign that driver to Firefox browser. So we're gonna type driver equals new Firefox, I think, driver. And if you hover over again, it's gonna import Firefox driver. You can see we, as soon as we keep typing what we need, and whatever the jar file we need, we can keep importing from here. So we did set up our driver. This is Firefox driver. And another thing we need is, let's say you have a base like a URL. You can see right here, the base URL. Sometimes we're gonna need this, and or you can just type, like you have, like, let's say different URLs you want to use in different tests, and you can change it from here, your base URL, and it's much easier to do here. So we're gonna base URL equals to, I'm gonna get that from here. I'm just gonna go to the CarMax. I'm just gonna copy, just gonna paste here, and this is my base URL. And if you come here, you will see we have to bring that as a string. So I'm gonna string base URL. Okay, so we call our we did assign our Firefox, and we got that base URL. So this is what we need. And before, now we need to start typing our test. So we need to call test, and this is another public void, and what we're gonna call this one is login test. Okay, open and close bracket, and we're gonna hover over to test, import the test from JUnit, and here we're gonna start writing our code. So first step, we need to go to the base URL. So to do that, we're gonna write driver dot, and we're gonna need, okay, we need to find element. You see right here, find element by, or find element by, you can say by ID, by URL, and on this situation we need to go to navigate to this base URL. We already assigned this base URL, um, this URL, carmax.com, so we're gonna use it as a base URL. So in code, if you can see right here, what we did is driver get, so it's gonna get to that the base URL. So we're gonna, instead of find element, we can get here, get, and we're gonna call base URL, and we're gonna close this. Okay, so the first step is we went to this. Let me open up a site so we can see. The second step is we need to click here, sign in. So to get this ID, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click, let me see, I'm gonna right click on top of the sign in, and I'm gonna inspect element. So from here you can see uh, is ID and its location. We need to get that ID to click. What we're gonna click, we're gonna click this element, and element's ID is this sign in. So that's what we're gonna need. So to find, we're gonna driver. Now we need that find element. Find element. Now by, we're gonna use ID, or we can use the class, or we can use linked text. I want to show you all, but right now we're gonna use by XPath. So we're gonna say by XPath. Okay. And open and close. Bracket. And by XPath. So to get that XPath, let me get to that code so we can see what's happening here. No, right here, it was looking by the ID. You see this same? So it was going to by ID, and we know what's the ID is. The ID is a sign in. So this is what we're gonna get. Okay, by ID. And ID is sign in. And you just want to verify. I'm just gonna make sure his ID is equal to sign in. This is the sign in, and this is the sign in elements ID. What we need to do, we need to click, right? So we need to click that element. So we need to find the element by its ID, XPath, or CSS, or link text, and that's the ID, name of the ID. And what we need to do, we need to send something, we need to enter something, or we need to click. So that's next option, it's gonna click. So now when we click, we're gonna go to another sign in page. Now we need to enter this email text box. We need to enter the email address here, right? So what I'm gonna do, right click again, inspect elements, and it's gonna give me the ID of this text box. That's what we're gonna use. So what I can do, okay, let's type driver, find element, and we're gonna do same thing by its ID, and its ID is, let me go back here and just gonna copy its ID, email address, gonna paste here, And now we're not gonna need a click. We need to send. We need to enter email address. So that's called send keys. So we're gonna send. Let's send keys. Let me see. Make sure I got send keys double. Okay. Keys. And here I can tell what we need to send. And we're gonna uh, type there like test gmail.com or mail.com, and you don't see because you see this red that because it's needs to, let's get this, make sure why it's not working. On the other code, send keys. We got send keys. We got correct. Okay, let's save. Still complaining. Okay, custom at the receiver. Okay, instead of email. Open up the email address. Send key. Let's see here. Selenium. Okay, let me copy this and let's see why it's complaining. And if we did everything correct here, it's complaining. As you can oh, okay, I see what's problem. There is a two thing here. We just choose another one. See, find element. There's a find elements. So that was the issue. So we need to just get that find element, not the find elements. So make sure that's what he was complaining for. Okay, so you just need to get used to, and sometimes what I do is I don't need to type. Sometimes you can still copy this whole thing and just paste for the next option. So next option we're gonna need is enter password. Right click inspect element. I need to get that password's ID, which is ID is password. So I need the driver find element, and by ID it's password, and inside the password we're gonna just test. And the next step is we need to click here sign in button. I'm gonna right click inspect element, and you can see the ID is sign in. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna driver, we need the find element, not by ID, and ID will be, we're just gonna paste that ID, and what we need is click. Okay, click save. All right, before we do the search, let's test this code, and we want to make sure it's working. So I'm gonna come and select the test, and you just need to run. Okay, select the resort to save. Okay, it's just gonna save here, and okay. Okay, you can see that the JUnit tab open up and a login test it's on process right now. So it should fire up Firefox, and we're gonna start test. It's gonna go to carmax.com. Good. And next step it's gonna do is it's gonna click sign in, and it's gonna type email and password and click sign in. Perfect. So, and as you see, it test is passed, but it didn't close the browser. So now we need to create another ad which is after, and let's call this public. Let's call this one clean up, and open and close bracket. I'm gonna let's I'm gonna uh, let's use that driver dot gonna quit. Okay, perfect. Why it's complaining? Okay, clean. Model illegal modifier. Did we use it here and after? It was giving through exception. Mm. Mm. Let's use this code here. What I'm gonna do, let's make sure right here. Okay. I'm gonna copy this, and I'm just gonna paste it. I just wanna put it in. I'm just gonna tell you what it is. I'm just gonna. Okay. Still complaining. Tear down. Did we bring that after? Okay, we have that after. Oh, okay. Let me go back. That's good. But what we did is we have to just cut this one. Uh, I did by mistake put it's inside this test. We have to create that after outside. So now we're gonna import after, and it should be good to go now. You will see right here. Okay, this is our test. This is before. This is our test, and this is after. It's gonna quit. So let's go back to my project and let's save and let's continue. After when we enter this dummy email like mail.com and test and click sign in, we need to get this verify that your email address and password do not match, message will show up or not. So you need to get that assert, and we can copy this last assert verification right here, and I'll explain you what's happening. Okay, I'm just not gonna save some time. So assert equals, what's equal? Equal this message, this whole message. Let me open up more room here. this message, it's gonna make sure it's equal to, and we're gonna find the element, and this is our element uh, we did selected by CSS, and it's equal to whatever it's gonna show up in this element is equal to this message. If not, then it's gonna fail. Let's go back and let me show you how we get that. Okay, let's go. Okay, and if I come here on the message, right click and inspect element, and this elements, you see right here, this is its location right here, so we need to get to this location. So our IDE, it did identify us this by its CSS selector. This is what's the selector, and it's equal to this, and if it's not equal to this, it's gonna fail. So I'm just gonna click save here, and let's come up here. Good, and let me get this. Okay, we got the before, test, and after. Okay, just click and let's run it. Okay, the Firefox, we went to the CarMax, it's gonna click sign in, it's gonna enter email address, and it's gonna enter password, click sign in, and it did pass. And you can see right here, it went so quick. And let's, as we did in before, let's make some changes here, and let's run this test again, and has to fail. Let's just run it. Okay, and it did sign in. Now it's different message show up, so you will see right here is a red because we just changed. So we're gonna go back and I'm just gonna click save. All right, uh, this is how we can start creating more tests on this test, and you can depends on your what you need to test. Sometimes you want to test that many different scenarios. Let's say if you don't put any email and password and user click signs in, what's gonna come up? So and now you can copy a whole thing, right? And this test, and we're gonna create another test. See right here, and I'm just gonna paste that one in a login test. Let's put 2, or you just need the login test with, let's see, with empty email and password, or this is gonna be test case 2 TC, whatever the name is you're gonna put. And instead of putting anything on that email text box, we're just gonna leave it empty, and we're gonna leave it empty. And what we should get is, at the end, we should get this message, right? So I'm just gonna copy this whole thing, and I'm gonna replace with this one. And this is how quick we can get. Let's see, we did just create another test very quickly. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just run both of the tests. Let's click save. Okay, and you will see right here you have two tests now, test 1 and test 2. So, and first one is gonna, this is not good naming, but you should put like whatever you're testing is. Okay, so this is the first one. It's gonna go to that sign in and it's gonna leave empty, click sign in, and it's good. And the second one, it's gonna run the second test. So you see that you can keep creating more tests now for that sign in. Different scenario. Let's say if you put correct email and correct password, now you're gonna be signed into the site, and you're gonna verify what's the message. You will say welcome, such and such a name. So you will see right here, it did pass the first one, but it failed on the second test. Um, let's log in test 1, log in test 2, and let's just run this this one. Mm, okay, I'm gonna just run it one more time. So you have test 1, and I just want to see why is keep failing and see what's happening in the background. Okay, we went to the CarMax and click sign in. We did put that test in and click sign in. Okay, all right. So this is could be another test. Um, let me. It's running the second test. Okay, the second one's passed. You see, and the first one it was um, failed because when you, I think this site has, when you put the same, when you try so many times to log in using different messages will show up. Let's try it manually. Gmail.com and test. Let's see. Click. See, instead of that message, your account has been locked out after too many incorrect. So this is another test we can test. If we tried like 3 or 4 times and it should give us another message, we can test on that one after, let's say you have requirement says after trying 3 times, it should give us this message. It's going to be locked based on your email. This site has that. So what I can do, I'm going to do just change this, and I'm going to test this one more time. Run, and now it should pass the test. So this is another scenario. You can create another test case for this. Okay. All right. Went to sign in, put that email and password, and there you go. It passed. So everything looks good. And all right, and this is what I want to show you today. And on the next tutorials, we're gonna go deep into, and we're gonna start testing more complex projects. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.